If you are thinking about moving to Brooklyn, there's a lot of different things to consider. In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 things you should know before moving to Brooklyn, New York. People don't seem to talk about these things, so by the end of the video, you'll be able to come to your own conclusion whether or not moving to Brooklyn is the right decision for you. This is Tom Santella, the go-to real estate agent for Brooklyn, New York. If you want to know more about the real estate market in Brooklyn, consider subscribing to this channel for multiple videos every week, covering everything you need to know about Brooklyn real estate. If you need help selling a property or finding your new home, send me a text, give me a call, or shoot me an email. The information is listed in the description below. Now, we will be diving into the 5 things you need to know before moving to Brooklyn, and quite frankly, 5 things people forget to tell you. To begin, we will start with the number 1 reason people don't come to Brooklyn, and that is because of the high cost of living. The average home price last month was $1.6 million, while average rent prices for a single bedroom in these select Brooklyn neighborhoods range from $1,700 in Midwood to even $4,000 in Greenpoint. With these high prices, Brooklyn is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States, as a satellite area right outside of Manhattan. In fact, the cost of living in Brooklyn is 16% higher than the state average and 66% higher than the national average. This means housing costs, goods, services, transportation, and taxes are all higher. If you look at everyday necessities, groceries are 19% higher, and clothing and other goods are at 24%. If this is where you want to live, make sure you are prepared to do plenty of house hunting in order to find a good deal in an area you love. To make things easier, getting in contact with a great real estate agent can help with the process and find your home faster. Although the cost of living is high, the one concession is that you won't need a car if you live here. More than half of the residents in Brooklyn live in a car-free household, so that's one less monthly payment you'll need to make. And this also brings us to our second point, public transportation. The subway is the fastest and most reliable way to get around the city. For $2.75, you can get anywhere you need to go at any time. Running 24/7, it only slows down in the middle of the night when there's less trains available. There is a misconception that the subway isn't a safe place, but what I will say is that 6 million people ride it every single day to get to where they need to go, and they'll continue to ride it, whether it's to work or going across the borough. Not only do I believe it is safe, but traveling across Brooklyn is also extremely easy, and there are several subway lines that you can take to get you into the heart of New York City in under an hour. As you can see, no matter where you are in Brooklyn, a subway station is a walk away. Now, if you are big on owning a car, there is no parking permit system, so finding a parking spot can prove difficult, especially if you're in a more happening part of town. If you look to pay a parking garage every day, this could cost you hundreds of dollars by the end of the month. There is also a street sweeper that cleans the roads twice a week, so always look to see if it's coming on the street that you're currently parked on. Our third point is the young demographic. While the whole borough has a population of over 2.5 million people, 18% of that is between the ages of 25 and 34. Not only is Brooklyn a hotspot for commercial offices, but over 1,400 tech companies have relocated to the north side of Brooklyn, giving it the nickname the Brooklyn Tech Triangle. This triangle exists in the area of downtown Brooklyn, Dumbo, and the Brooklyn Navy Yard. And because of this high influx of companies, there's been a lot of commercial development by repurposing older, out-of-use industrial sites. Not only does northern Brooklyn attract this younger demographic, but the entire borough is truly alive. And this brings us to our next point, Brooklyn's ambiance. Brooklyn has everything you could look for in a city, including some of the best art, food, and nightlife. The Brooklyn Museum houses art from all over the world, while the Bushwick Collective is an outdoor art gallery that spans multiple streets, displaying street art and graffiti on the walls of different shops and buildings. Not only is Brooklyn visually appealing, but it is truly a melting pot of food choices. If you like to eat, you can attend the largest weekly open-air food market in the United States in Williamsburg at Smorgasburg, I think I pronounced that correctly, or pick one from the hundreds of restaurants in any given area. In my upcoming community tours, I will make sure to go into what bars, restaurants, and destination spots exist in each community. Now, not only is Brooklyn for the young, but it has many family-friendly neighborhoods. With tree-lined streets in Park Slope and quieter getaways in Boerum Hill, these 2 areas are centers for family living. Each has its own selection of elementary and high schools to choose from, as well as a strong residential feel. Other areas known for families include Brooklyn Heights, Ditmas Park in Flatbush, or Bay Ridge. Now, these are not the only areas for families to live, but some are the most recommended. Brooklyn is a place filled with many different people and is home to some of the greatest cultural institutions in the world. It is up to you whether Brooklyn is an area for your family, but being from New York, some of the best people I know are from Brooklyn, including my father and many cousins. So, hopefully these 5 things to know before moving to Brooklyn provided you with the insight you were looking for. If any of these areas sound like the place for you and you want to learn more about them, please feel free to contact me and we can have a discussion. Or let me know in the comments what parts were of interest to you and I can go further into detail about them. In my upcoming videos, I will do exactly that, as well as continue to provide value and information on all things Brooklyn real estate. So please subscribe to learn more. If you would like a market report similar to the one shown earlier in the video, you can get one for free at any time on my website. And as always, thank you for watching.